Hi everybody and welcome back to Beetle's Plays. So the other day I released my first Baldur's Gate 3 video and it was all about hints and tips and settings on Geforce Now, etc. And early on in the game you may come across a battle in a chapel, and I was having real problems with this battle to start with until I decided to change tack. So that's basically what this video is all about. Early on in the game, you come across a chapel. Now, I'm not going to try not to give too much away here, but this chapel, inside this chapel, there's some enemies which you need to kill, and well, you don't need to kill, but yeah, you know, that's the whole point of the game, I suppose, isn't it? And I was wanting to get rid of them, and I just couldn't get rid of them at all. But I was coming in from a different entrance. I'm not going to give too much away, like I said. But I tried a different tack this time on this particular video that I'm showing you, and I'm using more kind of environmental spells, if you like, and items, if you like, that you can find around the place. So yeah, just wanted to put this video up and show you how I managed to get rid of this lot. Now, one of the people is one of the enemies is about 25 hit points, so it was proving to be quite difficult to get rid of, to be fair. And I just couldn't manage it just using excuse me, standard weapons and spells. So this is why I thought I'd try a different tack, and it worked out really well, as you will see. Now, I know some of you are going to have some comments perhaps, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. That's fair enough, but this is the way I played it, and yeah, it's just how it is, isn't it? We all play different ways, as I keep saying. So anyway, this is the character Astarion, and I've got him up against the door here. Now, the enemy is just beyond this door, and I think I can't remember exactly, about 4 or 5 different enemies. And I was wanting to sort of try and get myself set up where I was trying to get the enemy to sort of come through the door rather than us going through the door to them. That's what I was trying to achieve here. And by the way, if you are enjoying the video, please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the channel and helps it get out there to let other people see it. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, if you want to see more videos. So yeah, he's sneaking around Astarion, and he's I'm kind of trying to keep him out of sight. That red area, by the way, is where you can't be seen. And I think I've got that right. And yeah, I'm just keeping him there behind the door. I mean, they can't see him anyway if he's behind the wall there. But yeah, if he went through there, the red area is where he can't be seen. But that will probably change as you walk through the door. Now, I am playing on controller. I'm playing on Geforce Now, by the way, using the full ultimate tier. And I'm using a controller. As you can see, the UI is perhaps a bit different to the keyboard and mouse. Now, there are a couple of oil barrels, and this is something I found out when I came at this earlier on, trying a different way, and didn't think about using these barrels to start with. But as you can see, if you fire a fire arrow at it, or use a flame bolt, firebolt, whatever they call it, you can actually explode those barrels and kill or at least maim 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of your enemies all at once, which is pretty good going. So that's the first little bit sorted there, which got rid of at least 1 or 2, I think, of the enemy. And now it's the enemy's turn to fire back at me, and now it's my turn again. So I'm with Lazel now. And just a quick word again, I did mention this in the other video, but it works really well on Geforce Now. As I said, I'm on the ultimate tier, playing with an Xbox controller, and it works really, really well. Really enjoying it. I did play early access on keyboard and mouse, but I thought I'd try the game pad, because that's what it's going to be like on the PlayStation 5 and eventually the Xbox when it comes out on the Xbox. And it works really well, to be honest. I'm enjoying using that. So anyway, here we are with Lazel. I'm looking to see what spells I want to be using from this point. But as you'll see in a moment, it proves to be a little bit difficult to actually get a viewpoint through that door. I'm too far around the corner. And so I make a bit of a rookie mistake here, to be honest. Not that I'm particularly a rookie at RPGs, but I'm no expert either. But it's a mistake anybody could make, I suppose. You'll see the mistake in when you see it. As you can see, I can't get to him from there, so it's a bit of a waste of time. So I decide in my head I'll move down to the bottom of these stairs, but didn't realise that I'd actually forgotten I got my weapon selected, and it ended up just firing the weapon down at the floor down there. So a bit of a waste of a turn there, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Now I have actually, I think it's Cyciel can create familiars, and I actually created a spider previous to this battle, so I've just sent the old spider up to give this guy a nasty bite. And so it's this guy here, Hasaid. He's particularly strong. So pity I didn't hover over him a little bit longer. But I'm sure he's, from what I remember, and it's a few days since I did this this battle, I'm sure he's 25 out of 25 hit points. So he's a really strong character, and that's why I thought I would come at this battle from a different way. So it is early on, and it's you know, it's still a little bit of a learning curve for me. I didn't do that much on early access. I think around about 8 hours, something like that. But you know, I'm quite thorough in what I do as well. I didn't get a long way with that because I do like to read the lore and get really into the game. So I didn't really get that far, to be honest. So this is back with Cyciel, my main character, and yeah, can't remember exactly what I was trying here. I moved over, but then that seemed to use up her action point. So I then decided to move her back out of the way. I can't really remember what all that was about, but there you go. Now this is a reaction spell, so if you set up these reaction spells like I have, it's requesting what you want to do. You can either use the reaction spell or reaction move or whatever you want to do, or do not react. So you've got the choice, whereas it defaults to automatic. So it will do it whether you want it or not. So just if you prefer to be asked whether you want to use the spell or not, then go into your settings and just change that to ask, and then it will ask every time you do have a reaction available. So Lae'zel's just fired an arrow at that guy in the corner there. Now we're back with this guy, Hayseed, don't know. These weird and wonderful names, never quite sure how to pronounce them. So we've got this character here who I think is now going to fire something at... oh no, sorry, it's Cyciel's turn, isn't it? It's Cyciel's turn. I thought they were going to fire something at them for a moment. That might come after. Now what I'm doing here, I've actually chosen my grease spell, and I've actually fired some grease, which was what my intention was going to be. Just through that doorway, and the grease is now covering the floor. Now grease has a couple of elements to it. One is it will cause people to slip over and fall, causing them damage, but also because it's grease and it's flammable, you can set light to it if you have the means to do so. So that was all part of my little plan for trying to get rid of all these characters, or as many characters as I could at once. So that's the first part of it, firing the grease up into that top area. Lae'zel's just fired an arrow at that guy that's just come through the door. So I've now ended my go, and that grease has now been lit. To be honest, perhaps you guys can rewind that, but I can't remember how that happened now. I thought I'd fired a firebolt at that, but the grease has been lit by some means anyway. Can't remember what happened there, but that was the intention anyway, the grease to be lit and set on fire, and then that causes anybody that's around that area to be set on fire also, which reduces their hit points further still. We're back with Astarion, and again, not entirely sure what I was wanting to do here. I just end up hiding, I think, at this point. Because there's nothing much available to me. It's always best, what I was trying to do with Lazel earlier on was to get a high point at the top of them steps on the left. Because the higher you are in this game, the more percentage your chance of hitting somebody. You know, the greater the percentage chance of hitting someone. So it's always best to try and get a high vantage point if you can compared to your enemy. But in here, you're slightly restricted, really. There's not an awful lot you can do. Now, Cyseal's just fired a weapon at that character there, and I think they've now been killed, so that just leaves 2 behind the door, and they're both on round about 50% of the HP. So the door's still burning, and the grease is still burning behind the door as well. Now, yeah, there are 2 characters here. You can just about see their the white circles where they are on either side of the door, more or less. So I'm kind of circling around, having a good look, wondering what to do next. Always plan your actions, guys. You know, if you're not that familiar with RPGs, always plan your actions and really think things through as much as you possibly can. Don't rush through it. So this character now has dipped his weapon, it looked like, in the flames, which he can do. Now we're back with Astarion, and I seem to think now, do I get him to actually open the door? Might be wrong. The flames have now gone out, if you notice, by the way, so they will eventually die out. And if you do have a water spell or some means like that to create water, you can actually put out the fires as well. It's extremely interactive, this game, and Larry and Studios do a brilliant. It's brilliant how they actually do create all this in Divinity: Original Sin.
Well, so much for peace.
And the was it the previous one or the second one? I can't remember. There's two of those particular games, and it's great how everything works together. You know, you can create fire, you can put fire out, and all sorts of things. So yeah, so now I'm going to go up to the switch and still keeping crouch, by the way. Crouch is a very good way of avoiding detection, and also if you can hit somebody while you crouch, you do get extra attack points as well.
Survival is all that matters.
Or a bit, a bigger percentage of hitting them. Let's put it that way. So we've got the door open. I'm now looking around to see what I can possibly do here. So once again, I am chucking my grease through this doorway to once again create some more fire. So just get that grease chucked through. Sorry about the little tippy tappy there. I think that's my doggy walking through the room.
Can't give up.
So that's Cyseal's turn. We're now on to Shadowheart.
I am fury. I am death.
Back with Astarion again. He's still messing with the door, bless him.
Can't stay idle.
So we're now back with Cyseal. I think, yeah, I'm just going to say I think she chooses the flame spell here, and we're going to relight this door, not relight it, we're going to light this fresh load of grease we put through. That's got the grease nice and well lit again, and that's actually taken, yeah, he's got 3 out of 12 left. Now actually that's not Hasaid, is it? That's somebody else that. Well, they've got 3 points left out of 12 now. So So that's them nearly gone. And I do think, thinking ahead, I do think that they eventually actually do actually just get killed by the flames. So I don't think I have to do anything more with regards to them. Back with the story on. And if you notice at the top of the screen, we've only got one character left alive actually now, one enemy. And my characters, if you notice, they've virtually all got full life. You know, because of the
Still breathing.
the different tack I tried with this battle, it's just worked totally in my favour. I think most of my characters have got, you know, well, 13 out of 14. Cycle's got 13 out of 14. Just come up there. Laser's got 20 out of 20. Mercedes still there. Excuse me. He's just come through the door now. And now, I mean, you know, he's vulnerable there now, isn't he? It's a last-ditch attempt by him, I suppose, to try and win the battle. But it's 4 against 1 at this point. And I think there's only one of my characters, only Cycil, that's taken any hit. And even she's still got most of the hit points left. He's got 25, there you go, it says there, look. So he had 25 hit points originally. And the Astarian's just got up with a hand attack. And he's killed him, and that's it. So that's how I won this particular battle, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe for more videos. It really does help the channel along. If you just give that little thumbs up, it would be absolutely brilliant. And we will catch you on the next video. Take care for now, and bye for now.